Hello. Hi. So today I had a good day. I just did my leg workout. It was pretty intense leg workout. Deadlift was 3 sets, very heavy deadlifts, 160 kg, 150 kg, 150 kg, and then squats 100, 100, 100. After that, 3 machines worked out. Leg extension, leg press, calf press, leg curls, and then I tried to run a kilometer. I couldn't run a kilometer. I did only 0.5 kilometers. Apart from that, my today I on Friday I had bought a sabio one-step challenge for $100, and on Friday I had lost $50, and today I again lost $200 when I tried to place a trade before the market opens. So that was my mistake. So I'm learning as I go with this thing, because I learned that you should not place the trade before you enter before the market starts. So as soon as I placed the trade, the market had already jumped almost $1. So then since it jumped, that would be my next price, and then once it jumped, it came back down, and that was much below what it started when the market opened. So that jump and pullback was actually a big loss for me, $200. So you have to wait for the market to start, and then once you see that the market is slowly moving up after about 10 to 15 minutes, or maybe 20 minutes, or even half an hour, it doesn't matter. So basically what happened was that I lost $200, and then I again stopped the trade, and I put the trade on Nvidia. The problem with Nvidia was that it was rising up, but then again it was slowly coming down again. So my losses by that time had already reached almost the 2.5%, and when I placed the trade in Nvidia, it had reached a loss of then it again got a loss of $300. So that would be the end of the account. The account limit had reached the loss limit, so 19,360 or something, and then I got the account closed. But then I started a new account for another $100. So again, sounds more like a gambling addiction, but no, I'm actually trying a well-tested method which works. And so as soon as I placed the trade very carefully this time, at the end of the day I made $60 profit. Okay, when I placed the trade, it may have gone down. Maybe sometime it had, in the middle of the trade, it had gone down to a loss of $100 or $200, but still the direction of the trade, I knew where it was going, and according to my strategy it was working fine, and I got a profit of $60, $69, and that's a pretty good deal, because so now I know what to do, because you need to get used to the system, and for that I lost $100, but I could have avoided that loss of $100 by not putting another trade after I lost the first trade. That would have saved me one more day. For the next day I could have easily placed the trade, but it's good. Now I learned what was the mistake, and that's what all the gamblers say. But anyway, so this is a very, okay, you can say it's a gamble, but I have a perfect strategy for the gamble, and even the guy who invented the method says 7 out of 10 times it is a win. So 70% win rate is the win rate for this method. So hopefully if I place winning trades every day, so the strategy is go to the 2-hour chart, place the trade, and maybe in 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or even 1 hour, you will get your profit, and that's it. So it's starting to rain, so I'm putting this thing on top of it. So I was very pissed off about my MOT rip-off of $600 and 600 pounds, and I had posted a very bad review on Google reviews for this Mr. Tire Litchfield, the MOT mechanics, and later I removed it because I didn't want to create any trouble. In fact, I want to use that bad thing he did to me. I want to use that to keep it deep inside and make it into a very positive thing. I don't want to get back at him in a very cheap way. I'm getting back at him at I take the high road. So whenever someone does very bad things, you should never give them back the same bad. You should never give them back the reaction. You should never try to give them the same negative behavior. Instead, you should take the high road, become successful, and that's the best revenge you can get against anyone who is trying to destroy you or trying to be negative to you or trying to feed on you in some way and trying to suck on your energy. Never give them back the energy straight back to them. Instead, rise above. So, as I already mentioned a long time ago, when the crows in the sky are when the eagles are flying, the crows will come and sit on top of their backs and try to poke them with their beaks. The eagle can't do much, but the eagle, what the eagle does is the eagle flies high, and the crow can't breathe oxygen at that height, so it goes down. So that's the strategy you should use. The crows can't breathe, so when you take the high road, go high, and they will never be able to reach you. So that's the strategy for all kinds of negative behavior. Negative is stupid behavior. Stupid people like to make money with stupid things, like cheating people, because they are stupid in their head, and they think that by ripping off people, by preying on people, they still think that they are in a forest and the jungle, and they are the lions, and everyone and all the people are the deer, and they can take a bite out of this person, take a bite of that person. So they think it's a prey and predator dynamic going on here. But no, it's not a prey and predator dynamic. It has changed a long time ago. Since the time the computers have come to this world, the nerds are now preying on the chads. So the jocks will have to watch out, because now the nerds can make more money and buy more power. That's why don't try to prey on people in that way, and that's the reason you have to watch out. Okay, so apart from that, what else is going on? I had applied to I applied to around 100 jobs, and yesterday and day before yesterday I didn't go to the gym. It was a very good idea, and one thing I realized was that you don't need to do a lot of cardio to lose weight. If you do a lot of weight training, you will automatically lose weight, because the moment you start to gain muscle, you can feel that your muscle is building up, and then the fat will automatically start going down. And then when I weighed myself on yesterday, my weight had already gone down 1 kg. I don't know how. So weight training is like a magic bullet for losing weight. So I started. So that's why don't worry too much about cardio or anything. Just do it for maintaining your stamina or maintaining your fitness, but not to lose weight. Just run 1 kilometer or 2 kilometers as a means of improving your fitness, and just to make sure that you're fit although you have a lot of muscle. So that's the main reason. So that's the gratitude for today. And my job search is going on, and I've applied to almost 100 jobs. Today I still have to apply for 10 more jobs, so that will be 110 jobs. And from one job I got an code assessment test. I was really proud of myself. I completed the test in JavaScript, and I submitted the results. But when I saw the final result, I had actually perfectly solved the problems. And when I submitted it, they had some edge cases. Not only were so it was not just the examples that the tests that were given in the direct problem set. There were 4 tests. They all passed, so I thought I would submit it. But then when I submitted it, there were more tests which were conducted by the platform, and those tests were some edge cases, some other things so basically they brought my score down to 39%. I thought I should have got 100%, but they have done a lot of other tests as well. So based on those tests, my score was brought down to 39%. And but luckily the people who gave me the test, the secretary, she was a Lithuanian lady. She said, don't worry too much about the tests. You can submit the tests, try your best, and we'll consider you for the next level. Maybe so I'll probably get an interview for that. Who knows? So that's the job in Horsham. I think the name of the job is, I don't even remember the name of the company. And one more job was applied by the agent in Oxford, and that was a job for Zift Solutions. Zift is the name of the company. So that's good salary as well. So I'm also applying to jobs only with a high salary. So I've seen that recently all my front-end job applications are being rejected, which is a kind of a good news, because they've seen my CV and see that I have a lot of experience in Java, and so they obviously think that I'm overqualified for the post, and so they have immediately sent a rejection response. And with regards to my work, I have started working on the final 10-day task, which is a huge task. So that would be, I'll have to work with someone else as well, because it looks like a huge mess and I have to do it with another person. So I'll start doing that tomorrow. Apart from that, so it's good news. Everything is good news, but only problem is I have to look for a new job by January 11th. So I feel bad because I lost $100 for the Sabio trade challenge, one-step challenge, but good news is I can apply for as many challenges as I want. And if I keep my profits always on the green, if I'm always in the green, then I don't have to worry about any losses. As long as I am within the $400 loss limit, I can always live another day. So apart from that, what else is going on? Today I was listening to The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, and it was so each time I listen to the audiobook, every time I listen to the audio documentary, I listen, and every time it gives me new insights. So it's always good to listen to the same audiobook every day, because that's the basic truth and you have to focus on that. And one thing I realized today is that when you imagine something, you have to imagine something which you can believe. So try to have a goal in your mind which maybe you can believe. Don't just randomly believe something something too high or which is unattainable. So that's one thing the guy said in the documentary, but Rhonda Byrne says it doesn't matter what you want to achieve, you just imagine and it will happen. So imagine, if you can imagine. So what I'm trying to say is that if I can imagine it, if I can imagine it, I can do it, and no matter how big the task. So that's my goal for now. Maybe try to achieve something in between, like have a very high goal, but at the same time something which you can imagine. Okay, so that's my goal for now. So now I'll go home and apply for. And other thing is that I didn't learn Rust for the last 2 days. I was learning a lot of Arabic. I learned a lot of Arabic letters, learned a lot of Arabic, and I also learned Hebrew letters, Hebrew alphabet, a little bit of German, a little bit of Hebrew, Arabic, and German. I learned in Duolingo, and now I reached the 4th level, which is called as 4th league, called as Sapphire League. It's just a stupid league, and it doesn't really mean much. The Sapphire League, and towards the end it's like Diamond League. It doesn't matter. It just you don't really feel like there's anyone else in the league at all, because they all seem like fake profiles, and they all have a very low scores. One of the guys even actually gave me a high five there. I don't even think it's a real person. Like, there's a guy on there called Van Rommel, and he was in the same league as me when I joined, like Bronze League. But when I went to Gold League, Silver League, he should have been in the Silver League, but I didn't see him in the Silver League. So he should have appeared in the Silver League. So it seems like it's a fake account. All these seem to be fake accounts, and I saw a lot of them. They all have the same kind of Spanish kind of names, Portuguese names. They all seem to be from Brazil, and they are learning English or Spanish or Portuguese, English or Spanish, and they all seem to be Portuguese. So they all seem to be mostly Portuguese people trying to learn German or English or Italian. So for me, it's a pretty sad app, but I really like the app. Apparently, according to the app, there have been almost 2 million people on Duolingo who have reached a 365-day streak. So I am on the 18-day streak or 19-day streak now, and these people have reached 365 days streak, almost 2 million people. And I think they probably reached a 365-day streak, but they probably have never gone to the next league, or they probably don't even go to more than 500 XP points. So apart from that, now, so that's Duolingo. It's exciting. Most important thing is my job search. I have to go and apply for more jobs and try my best. So I tried to do some code wars, solve some basic simple problems in Java, just for practice for my code assessment. But later I realized that Java was not there in the list, so I had only 3 choices: C#, C++, and JavaScript. And I was not so good at C++, and I absolutely don't have much of a memory of C#. So I decided to go for JavaScript, and amazingly I could solve all the problems with simple JavaScript, and it was just amazing. So JavaScript is an amazing language with which you can do both front end and back end. There's no limits, and it was just a scripting language for the last 20 years, but now you can do everything in JavaScript. So the only problem is that now there's no type safety, so they have something called as TypeScript, which I'm using in Angular. So Angular uses TypeScript, which basically at the base foundation is JavaScript. It's just converted from TypeScript to JavaScript when it goes back into the compiler. So TypeScript is basically a JavaScript with a mask called for types. So everything is given a type. So, and each type is having like an object-like structure. So that's it. And JavaScript was very satisfying. I was very happy for that. And I took 110 minutes to solve those two problems. And those two problems, I thought they had huge explanations. Almost took me almost half an hour just to understand the second problem, like the shortest path between two cities. Like a boy wants to go to the first city to the next city, and there might be 7 cities in the middle, and you have to find the shortest path and all kinds of bullshit, which is they are building new roads and what's the shortest road. And just to understand the question, it took me so long, but it was such an easy problem. Only the problem was very difficult to understand. And JavaScript was very simple to solve it, and I just needed to put those cities in an array, and when a new road was created, you just remove one of the cities from the array, and that's it. Simple. So you just count the number of cities in the array at the end, and that's the answer. So that was the second problem, and the first problem was also quite simple. There's squares of two sizes, 1 by 1 and 2 by 2, and they will give you like let's say 10 small squares and 3 big squares. So what is the biggest size of square you can create with this? So basically I just split up all the big squares into small squares, and then got the square root of everything, and that's it. Simple. So that solved all the problems, and there were edge cases because of which I lost the problems after the submission, and so I don't know if I'll get a interview or not, but that is for a senior software engineer position, and I don't know how much they would consider me if I've written the solution in JavaScript, and I've not done that in C++ or Java and or C#, which they would be questioning why I'm not replying that in C#. But if it was in Java, I would have done it in Java. So that's the solution. And yesterday, so that was a good weekend for me, quite exciting, and applied to almost 10 jobs in LinkedIn, and LinkedIn had mostly jobs in London, and most of them seemed like fake salary jobs, like over 100k, 150k or something. So that's what I applied for. So now I'll go back and apply for more jobs, and once I'm done with that, I will do the coding tutorial for Rust. So I've done 7 hours, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I've got 6 more hours to do. Once I do the 6 hours, I will do maybe a C++ course, and then a C# course, not a C#, C++ course, and then probably a machine learning course. And then I'll probably build my app to perfection. Once I do that, I will so the app is on image recognition, and then I'll keep on focusing on my vision boards. I have to create vision boards. I have to create listen to Secret by Rhonda Byrne every day. That's the goal. Count my blessings, and somehow improve the looks, remove my pigmentation here somehow. I don't know what this is. This just started appearing like 1 or 2 years ago, and within the last 1 year some pigmentation is appearing on my face. Maybe it's a sign of old age, and it's not really good, but I've started to, so I have to start doing something about it. So with that, I will continue with my day now. So see you tomorrow.